Well, good morning, team. And as you know, it's Box Friday. We're going with a box this weekend. We got lots of wonderful rugby. There's lots of stuff to be watching. And certainly the Protea women, the cricket team, are in the final of the one day game. And that's a fantastic achievement. Laura Wolfhard the other day was absolutely outstanding. I've not seen many an innings like that. I think it reminded me of Cullis and AB at their best. So we've got lots to look forward to. We're playing Japan, and I'm here to tell you about Canterpass Goodies, my tipping service, because you will see from the sheet that we're going to put up that we made a really good profit again this month. And as you can see, lots and lots of nice priced horses winning. What I do tip is I never tip odds on shots, as you'll see, but the problem is that what we use as our benchmark is we use the tote for the payouts. And most of our players play on the bookmakers where you're getting much better odds. A lot of these horses shorten in and end up paying a lot less on the tote. So most of my players are making lots more money than what the sheet shows. But the sheet is interesting because that's what I tip 10 minutes before the off, so that you can have a bet on a horse after I've seen it go to the post. The most interesting one that you're going to see is this voice clip, which shows the Peter runner, which I saw go to the post. I thought, wow, this went to the post really well. And honestly, the favorite porcupine, pumpkin pie at least, was didn't go to this post well at all. And that's where I make my living, and that's where I make money for you guys, because that's my key. I watched horses work all my life on the track and then saw them race. And I saw horses go down to the post. Some horses that I fancied, I thought could win. I thought, wow, that didn't go down well. And when they don't go down well, 9 times out of 10, they don't win. There was one horse, funnily enough, with Buddy Maroon trained it, the late Buddy Maroon. The first 3 times it went to the post, I said, that can't come back. And it was fancied every time. And I used to do the television, live television, and at least I put my voice out there and said what I thought. Well, it won every time. Then I realized actually this horse just doesn't stride out very well. There are very few horses like that, though. So, and that just talking about presenters today, the waffle they speak and the rubbish they speak and the stuff that you already know that's already on the television sets in front of you or in your form book, it's rubbish. It does not help you make an informed decision. What you should be doing if you're a presenter, you should be going out and finding out the information. Talk to people's horses who are backed. Talk to jockeys about the riding arrangements that they expect to have on a horse, so that the punter then knows that he can make an informed decision. But what you need to do is give them something that's not in front of them. Anyway, getting back to Canterpass Goodies. So that service, what happens is that we play a clip, and I'm going to play you a clip from the last horse that we tipped was the Ultimate King. That was in the pumpkin pie race. And I tipped this horse strongly. I really thought this horse drifted out to 4-5 to 1. Now, most of you know that when a horse drifts, that's it, it's dead in the water. Most of the time that's true, but gee, this horse went down to the start well. So let's listen to the clip, and then I'll come back to you.
Right, well, it ran a good third that, but and certainly made us a profit. I watched these horses go down to the start here, and I don't know, a pumpkin pie is a favorite, and they backed it like it's not going to lose. And I've heard that it's extremely strongly fancied, but I think there's huge value in the Ultimate King because of the money for pumpkin pie. I thought the Ultimate King looked extremely well going to the post.
Okay, that will give you a good idea of exactly what what was said. Another clip I want to play you was a clip for Universal Girl. Now, this filly in the first, I think the 25th of September, she ran at the Vaal. Strongly fancied. I thought that she'd win, and I tipped her as a good thing. I said this filly will win. She ran a shocker, absolute shocker. So then they bought her back in trip and they put her in a work riders race, and she drifted out to 10, 12 to 1. And I tipped her. I said, "You've got to back this filly. I really think she's a nice filly." And she ended up arriving. So, you know, it's all about what you see and what you know. But I want to move on and tell you about the other part of my service. So the Canopause Goodies, what we've been talking about, is 2,000 Rand a month subscription, made a net profit, and that's after your stake. I've taken the stake off, okay? And the tote payouts made a net stake of over 20,000 Rand. So you pay your 2,000 Rand. If you have a 1,000 Rand win and a 1,000 Rand place on a Canopause Goodie, and a 500 Rand win and a 1,000 Rand place on the Each Way Goodie, that's what you would have made. Now, to make a profit of 10 to 1 over a month, I mean, I'll challenge any tipster to show me that they've done better than that. There's not one. But then the second part of the tipping service, and there are a few spots available. There are 3 spots available. I tipped a limited service. There are 3 spots available. If you want to apply, we will send you all the information at the end of the video. But the other service that I do is every single day I do a service which costs you 500 Rand a month, where I preview the races and I point out horses that I think you should be including in your exotics or having a bet on. And that's early service. So that's why you're not getting the real information. All you're doing is you're getting my reading of every race card. And look, I can read the race card. I know what's going on. With form grids and the computer form, if you study correctly, you can find winners, which I do. And that service is a very useful service. If you want to have a bet, take exotics, trifectas, quartets, pick sixes, bipots, jackpots, and place accumulators every day at the races. You listen to my service and you will find out horses that can and can't win. And so that's another service that's really worthwhile. That has an unlimited subscriber base because I want everyone to hear what I've got to say. I want as many people to be on that as possible. But the other service, the 2,000 Rand service, is limited. And as I say, there are a few spots available. If you'd like to subscribe or like to find out about subscribing, we will send you an application form. And then you'll fill in the application form. We will then send you the bank details where you pay. And once you've paid, you're on the service. And you'll be on the service for 30 days, which is a full calendar month, from the time you pay until the time your subscription comes up again. And then obviously you will be invoiced. And if you decide to continue, that's up to you. But it's a service that's worthwhile. I really enjoy doing it. I've been doing it for over a year now. And we have people who've been on from the beginning. I've got subscribers who've been on from day one. They've made themselves a lot of money. They've made in excess of 200,000 over the year on the way I tell them to bet. 1,000 win, 1,000 places on the horse that I think will win as a Canopause Goodie, or 500 win, 1,000 places on the Each Way. And why you do that is the places cover the wins. So you'll see, it's like if you look at the schedule, go back and look at the schedule, you'll see like a horse, Brett Warren's horse that ran third the other day, paid 2 Rand 30 a win. So you take the 1,000 off that you had a place, so it's 1,300 Rand profit. Take the 500 Rand off, it's a clear 800 Rand profit for a bet. The horse ran third. It was beautiful. That's how you got to play, because if you want to win at this game, you've got to be able to play on that basis. That's for the serious punter. But the other service, the 500 Rand service, anyone can join, and you can get every single morning by like 9:30, 10 o'clock, you will get a proper preview for 5 to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 minute preview of the race meeting, where I tell you all the information that you like to know. So, as I said, have a great weekend watching rugby, watching racing. There's some really good racing coming up. There's the Breeders' Cup tonight and tomorrow night. We have one stripe running. So South Africa's got big players on the world stage, and we're looking forward to having a good one. Look forward to hearing from you all. From me, James Goodman, Canopause Goodies, Winning Ways Show. Have a good one.